Good morning once again and welcome to the program. We begin with the Republic of Congo, where two generals have been charged with an attempt to overthrow President Denis Sassou Nguesso. Norbert Dabira and Ngatsé Mbouala are both accused of having jointly discussed a plan to overthrow President Denis Sassou Nguesso, whose plane was allegedly to be shot down after returning from a stay in his stronghold of Oyo. The first general, Norbert Dabira, was the former inspector of the Congolese Armed Forces and has now been detained in Brazzaville, the political capital of Congo, while the second accused, Ngatsé Mbouala, was dismissed from his post as head of the Republican Guard.
Long close to Denis Sassou Nguesso and former Inspector General of the Armed Forces, Norbert Dabira, who also owns a television station, DRTV, no longer held any official position since his post as High Commissioner for Veterans Reintegration was removed in August 2017. In respect to Nianga and Mbouala, he was open to conflict with Philip Ombara and the head of the National Security Council, Amiral Jean-Dominique Okemba, since the arrest in May 2017 of his Chief of Staff, Eli Okanze, and his alleged links with Pastor Ntumi.
Yes, indeed. Lord Martial Umbo is our correspondent in Congo. He joins us now from Brazzaville. Lords, good morning. Bonjour, Lords, and thank you for joining us on the program. General Norbert Dabira was arrested last week in Brazzaville. Is there any news concerning his fate, Lords?
Oui,
an evolution. I'm not thinking right now. He was arrested on 11 January and is in police custody at the Directorate General for Territorial Surveillance. It has not yet been presented to the prosecutor of the Republic. There was no official statement on his arrest, but our colleagues of Jeune Afrique and the weekly magazine Le Trobada, the latter very close to the power of Brazzaville, reported in their columns what the general would have planned to shoot down President Denis Sassou Nguesso's plane. On this subject, he reportedly had a telephone conversation with a brother-in-arms, Nianga and Mbouala. The exchange was reportedly intercepted by the intelligence services. General Nianga and Mbouala was relieved last Thursday from his duties as commander of the Republican Guard. According to several sources, both generals had already been hired by the DGST last December. But for the time being, there is too much information filtering on the Dabira file.
Lords, what can be said about Norbert Dabira, his influence, and about him within his influence within the Congolese army? What can be said about him?
It should first be remembered that Norbert Dabira is from the same region as President Denis Sassou Nguesso, who became general in 1990. He was only 41 years old. He was later promoted to the rank of Division General. In the Congolese Armed Forces, he was for a long time an influential personality. He served as Inspector General of CAF before becoming High Commissioner for the Reintegration of Ex-Combatants, promoter of a privately owned digital radio television DRTV channel launched in 2002, which was Brazzaville and Point Noir. Norbert Dabira was implicated in the 1999 Bush case. In 2005, before the court of Brazzaville, he had appeared freely. He and 14 other officers, senior officials, had been tried and acquitted.
Since this story broke, have there been any visible signs of increased security in Brazzaville, and what has been the reaction from the populace?
Since General Dabira was arrested, I have personally traveled through much of the city. Nowhere did I see an impressive array of police or military personnel. However, the perimeter or square of the DGST is closed to traffic. In whole, people are going by their day-to-day lives. Some say rather that question a senior officer like Dabira, it is not something trivial. For them, the country is going through a crisis that does not say its name. They are asking the authorities to reassure them. The government has not said anything so far, and so far the opposition has not made any kind of exit, perhaps for the simple reason that Norbert Dabira has not yet been formally charged.
Finally, Lord, a message from the Minister of Communication calls on Congolese not to give in to manipulation. Do we know why or in what context he made this call or remark?
Yes, in this message, the Minister of Communication and spokesman for the government writes, "You will be told of disturbances, war and other information so that you will not have to go to your workplaces or send your children to school. All this is pure and simple manipulation and intoxication. Be reassured and trust the institutions of the Republic." End of quote. It is a message that has all the more meaning since the arrest of General Dabira. For lack of official communication on social networks, some Congolese multiply messages of fear reminiscent of an uprising. Others, on the other hand, are of the opinion that this is a story that takes place in the president's own camp, and there will be nothing unfortunate about it. Here is a little something.
Donc pour eux, il n'y aura rien de fâcheux. Voilà un peu.